Hello, so this is the Power Platform Daily Brief for Thursday, the 23rd of May, and it's myself, Mark Christie, with Iain Connolly today. Iain, how are we doing?
I'm very well, Mark. How are you?
I'm right. Do you know what I've actually just noticed? We don't have our little jingle at the start of this one.
No, we don't. It takes too long.
Yeah, I don't know. It maybe takes too long. We just need to get somebody to approve that. I think we need to get some
Yeah,
nice squad.
it's our daily brief, so at least we should have some like bagpipes or something going on it.
Don't stereotype us.
So anyway, what have you been reading on this week?
So this week, the past 2 weeks, I've been looking at a couple of blogs. The first one I'm going to pick up is from our friend Jimmy Novak.
Hey, Jimmy.
Good old Jimmy. So it's one that's actually been really bugging me for a while, and I think we started talking about this 6 months ago, maybe. Remember, these are some of the conversations we were like, we should actually record these for podcasts because we talking nonsense. And it's about solution layering.
Oh, with the whole managed, unmanaged, and the issues that it brings across the layers, and what is a layer?
Yeah. So, thanks to Jim, we now know what a layer is. So it used to be, as Jim says, it was hidden mystery feature that was not out in the public domain.
Yep, you could get to it, but you had to do like some crazy look at it in XML hack type thing.
Yeah, whereas now it's there, it's public. You can look at the different layers, you can see the values on it, you can see the order of the layers as well.
When you say it's there, how are you getting to it? This is the new button, isn't it, that we've all started seeing in the customize your Power App area. When you select an entity, there's a new button, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Yep. So he just talks through. Obviously, he talks through clicking the button. Well, yeah, he does. He talks through clicking the button, navigating through, getting to the actual solution layer, selecting the entities, going through all the different deltas. Now, for somebody who doesn't maybe want the official "this is how it works" Microsoft version, Jim kind of delves quite deeply into the level of detail here. So it's, if you've got 5 minutes, it's well worth the read. It gives me an understanding of the limitations of what it does at the moment, but more what it can do and how it can help me going forward.
I've seen this blog as well and actually found it really useful, and I agree with one of the comments he puts on it towards the end, when basically what it starts doing or what it starts building for is more of a kind of change management within the solutions itself, so you can see all the parameters that have changed, the fields that have changed, how many times it's changed, what's involved in one solution and everything. And that sort of context could be amazing. It could be really powerful depending how you use it.
Yeah, and you've got the old problem where too many cooks. So if you've got multiple devs or multiple consultants working, customizing the forms, you can kind of see what's going on rather than just looking at it blind, guessing, removing fields and stuff. So Jimmy does very well breaking all that down.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully the siloed devs will take head of it and start realizing what everybody else is doing and be able to see how many changes you're making impact everybody else's.
Yeah, exactly. Hitting that publish button every time you do something.
Yep.
So what have you been up to recently? What have you been reading?
So my kind of big thing recently is the whole dialogues, obviously deprecation from dialogues and converting them into Canvas apps. And not just Canvas apps, but embedded Canvas apps on the new UI. See, it's a bit of a mystery at the moment because everybody obviously creates Canvas apps quite easily. Again, Power Apps hit Canvas app, choose whether it's phone or tablet layout, etc. But how do you actually get them into the context of the UI, passing the data back and forth, and look at that? So I spent a bit of time this week and found an old blog from Nick Doleman. So it was like 3 months ago this was published, but it actually was awesome. The whole title, replacing a Dynamics 365 dialogue with an embedded Canvas Power App. So he talks about the project that he had first off, how he mapped it all out, looked at a dialogue, broke it down, etc., and identified what was needed from that.
That's quite cool. I mean, it's been 3 months we've been trying to get him on a podcast, so we need to chase him up.
Well, certainly since he's done this now, I'm definitely much more vested in getting that there as well and bringing him in and see
Yeah,
what
and
he's
of
got
course,
to do with it because it's useful. And I I was on a Microsoft the Power App in a Day course recently, and even in that we just spoke about building a Canvas Power App or using a template, etc. for it. But we didn't touch on the fact that to embed that within the UI, you actually need to build the model-driven app first off. So you build your sitemap model-driven app, add the forms, etc. to that, and then from that form, from the form customization, pick a text field that you would like to display on, or even a new text field if you want to add that to the form, and enable the custom control for it, and enable the custom control for the Canvas app, and that will give you the model-driven integration or model-driven form integration already built in within that context for the app itself. So it builds a gallery with that one current record in it, and then you can start manipulating the fields and stuff from it. It's actually pretty cool. And
I need to get to that stage. I mean, at the moment I've not had a use case where it's come up, but with the amount of Dynamics customer engagement to ERP solutions where we want to pull data back, or there's some data sitting in an ETL layer that we want to look at, it's definitely going to be something that we need to look at. And I think I've had a read through that as well. Although, yeah, you say it's 3 months old, but it's quite a hot topic on Twitter this week as well, because there
oh,
was
big time.
somebody 300 dialogues they wanted to convert into Power Apps. So
Into
that's
the Canvas apps, and I don't even know if that was for the model-driven form integration or the purpose of it, but 300 dialogues, as you say, and they were looking at doing an export of the XAML of the dialogue and then do a conversion to then create something to put it back in as a Canvas app. If they can pull that off, awesome. Build it as a community
if they
tool and
can
share it.
pull it off.
Love you for it.
If they can pull it off, then they get a spot on the podcast, on the big podcast.
Oh, big time. Oh, definitely. Like, that is the dream, but you're right. With all the flows back and forth and the ERP integration, I built a really simple embedded Canvas Power App off the back of this blog and stuff like that, where I'm validating account information. So I've got it on an account on a separate tab, but to perform the next action, I need to validate there's certain data, etc. on there. And it's from there as well as having like an activity in the last 6 months that's a certain type of activity, etc. And I've got a button that runs off via the embedded Canvas Power App, passing the context of the record, checks activities, checks all the data, and passes back a pass or fail, and then moves on to the next screen.
Okay, yeah, that's essentially what a dialogue was doing.
Yeah, same sort of thing. It's taking that prompt and response, and it works. It works very well, actually.
I mean, I think you could also go down the route of. I mean, I don't think it's directly a replacement for dialogue, but if you combine a Power App with your business process flow along the top, then there's something there that you can build a workable
Yeah,
solution.
there's no, I don't think yet, but at the point where there's a like for like, again, definitely not. There has to be somewhere it's business process flows or Power Apps, and that Power App obviously is either a model driven or even the Canvas app itself.
But what was the other
Using
one you
that.
mentioned at the start? You said there was another one you were looking at, or you had looked at.
So is that the model driven embedded Canvas apps?
No, I thought you had mentioned another one at the start, another blog that you
Oh,
had looked at.
another blog, sorry. The other thing that was pretty cool recently is Neil Parkhurst's. He's done it's the first sort of read that I've had over at the introduction to the Omnichannel Engagement Hub. So if you know Neil's blogs or anything at all, he's always been a big advocate of USD, does some great blogs and does some great bits and pieces on that as well. Now, the Omnichannel Engagement Hub, my understanding of that, it's not a like for like replacement to USD. It's going to be a web version of it, whereas USD is desktop client based. The Engagement Hub is going to bring to the web CRM or CE, omnichannel engagement for SMS, chat, all through CDS, etc. as well. So it's pretty
Right.
cool. He's got a good blog and he just talks about the genetics of what it is, what it can do, its limitations that he's found at the moment, the good points it is at the moment, but he highlights and stresses that it is very much in preview right now. So it will change, but he does a good comparison with where it sits for USD to omni-channel hub and stuff like that. And I think it will give a couple of the products out there a good run for its money. You can see where it's going, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good to have a read of that and just compare where it sits with USD. I always find USD for me, fat client, quite a bit of dev. Customers were reluctant to install stuff. We've worked on a project where it was it never kicked off. There was just too many things. So
Yeah,
it'd be quite interesting to see how a web-based version of that would work, especially with all the other things that are happening around Power Platform, used Microsoft Flow, so many different things that can just improve it now. It's an awesome place to be.
well, no, exactly. It's definitely an exciting place to be. I've just done a project. I've just deployed Cafe X Live Assist, and reading what Neil said about the omni-channel engagement from Microsoft, straight away there, I'm seeing a complete comparison between the two tools. And
Yeah, there's also another Microsoft product on its way out for bot services as well, which is quite cool.
yeah, the bots is the next thing. So that's, if anybody's got any good bot blogs, send them my way, because I think I'm definitely going to read at them and try and get up to speed on that a little bit as well, because I think it's pretty interesting.
So going from that to a Magic 8-Ball Power App.
Okay.
So this is a video by Phil Topinus. Now, you know what I'm like for butchering people's names, so it's probably wrong. However, he has done a cool video where he creates a magic 8-ball that uses a device's accelerometer to behave as an 8-ball. So he's got the 8-ball on his phone, turns the phone over, turns it back round, and uses a canvas component, and it's boom, it gives you the answer of your 8-ball.
That's pretty cool. Everybody knows how you love to make a decision on an 8-ball or toss a coin or something like that. That's really sweet. I like that.
I mean, again, it's one of these things. At the moment, business cases and business use for some of these things isn't always there if you're not on projects. So if you're doing your own learning, it's always fun to learn with something that's quite cool and quite different. So for me, that was just a quirky wee thing. Yeah, it was cool. It was a quirky wee thing. One of these ones that you never think about doing. So yeah, it was quite cool. It was a YouTube video. It was about 14 or 15 minutes long.
No, that's cool. That's really cool. I need to check that one out.
Yes, it'll be posted in the show notes so everyone can pick it up. So, other things that we've got for you today is just really a rundown of what events are coming up in the next month. So, 1st of June, we have D365 Saturday in Monterrey, Mexico. Butchered that as well, probably. The 7th and 8th of June, we have D365 Saturday in New York. As everyone knows, 10th and 11th of June, the BizApp Summit. 15th of June, D365 Saturday Zurich. 18th of June, we have the Power Platform World Tour making a stop in Montreal. And here's the one I'm really going to butcher. The 28th of June, D365 Saturday in Guadalajara. Now, if I got that right, I don't care if any of the other ones are wrong. But those are the events that we know of. If there are other events, just at me on Twitter and we'll get promoting them for you as well. Just don't ask me to say it out loud.
Yeah, send them a pronunciation.com link or something like that as well, and we'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, that's my research for these podcasts now will just be how to pronounce names and places.
That's your power up you need to build.
There we go.
Text
so
to
on
voice.
That, very good. On that, thank you very much, and we'll catch you next week.
Thanks, y'all. Cheers.